We'll have a run to the record books today, not just for the day, but for the month as well. Temperatures well into the 60s and low 70s. And if you think that's a decent bit ahead of schedule, you would be right. It's by a healthy margin. We won't see that kind of stuff until closer to May. But get ready for a free fall, though, as we go through the night. Temperatures start to drop and continue to do so through Tuesday, where we also have a little bit of snow in the forecast. We'll talk about that coming up, but until then, Midday in KELOLAND starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, Midday in KELOLAND.
Several Sioux Falls businesses host a shoe drive for a local nonprofit. Plus,
onward to Michigan and to Super Tuesday. GOP presidential contender Nikki Haley marches ahead despite losing big in her home state. I'm Nicole Skanga in Washington with what's ahead on the campaign trail.
well, good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. Some big entertainment news. Sioux Falls will celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Denny Sanford Premier Center with pop music star Pink. City officials announced the global pop sensation would be the special concert set for Monday, October 21st. Tickets for that concert go on sale online and at the KELOLAND box office Friday at 10 a.m. To find out more information, you can head to this story on KELOLAND.com. Turning now to a first look at your midday forecast with meteorologist Adam Rutt. And Adam, you were just talking about it. Boy, what a great day we have for today, huh?
Yeah, especially if you're a fan of temperatures that we see in the middle of May and the tail end of February. And it's a great day to get outside. Make no mistake about it. We're already at 60 at the airport. That's a view downtown, with a westerly breeze at 8 miles per hour. And we're also doing pretty well for ourselves farther to the north in Aberdeen, where it may not be 60, but hey, you know what? 52 is still pretty good as well, especially considering the alternative. We have a southerly breeze in place for now at 10 miles per hour, but that is going to change as we head later into the evening and especially into the day on Tuesday. There's going to be a little bit of whiplash on the thermometer. We're at 53 in Brookings. The only holdout is Watertown at 47, but they'll join the rest of us. 61 in Mitchell, 67 for Winter and Rapid City, 61 Pine Ridge, 65 for Valentine, as well as Pierre. And there is that breeze out of the west by southwest for now, but you're already starting to see that northwesterly component trying to come around as we go into southeastern parts of Montana. That is going to be on the backside of a cold front that will come in and also kick up the wind speed. Wind advisory is already in place into Tuesday for everybody shaded in tan, where we could see gusts approaching and exceeding 50 miles per hour. And while, yeah, we're talking about record-challenging warmth today, we have winter weather advisories in place in the hills because it's South Dakota. Why not? Central and northern hills, along with the I-90 corridor from Somerset to the Wyoming border. That'll go through early Tuesday afternoon. We could see a couple of inches of snow out that way once we get that cold front to move through. It's not here yet, but it will be later this evening. Ahead of that boundary, we surge well above average. Now, not only are we going to be challenging daily record highs today, but we're also going to be challenging record highs for the month of February. Like in Sioux Falls, for example, 70 would tie the all-time record. 73 today for Mitchell, 60s basically elsewhere unless you're in Custer. You're the outlier on the cooler, and I'm using major air quotes there, cooler side at 56. Everybody gets in on ample amounts of sunshine, but the cloud cover is going to build in, and yeah, it's truly going to get chilly as we head into the middle of the week. But it doesn't last very long. It's a wild ride on the thermometer this week. We'll talk about that coming up in your 7-day forecast.
Thank you very much, Adam. Well, the Sioux Falls Area Humane Society is asking for the public's help. Over the weekend, the Humane Society saw a massive number of intakes, 89 in total, which is almost double that of a typical weekend. Now, to free up kennel space, they are offering $20 off on dog adoptions this Monday through Wednesday. The Humane Society reminds owners to microchip your pets if you can. Mulberry Market is home to 43 small businesses in Sioux Falls and hosts fundraisers to help support local nonprofits. Now, this month, Mulberry Market hopes to collect at least 40 new pairs of shoes to benefit the families of the Foster Network. The organization is currently in need of men's and women's shoes of all sizes, toddler size 7 to adult 14s.
goal this year is to actually collect 2,000 new pairs of shoes. So 40 pairs would be a huge start to that launch to collect those 2,000 pairs and help fulfill some areas that we are missing shoes in.
Mulberry Market is located at 41st in Marion and is accepting donations through Thursday. Well, if you've had to dial 911 over the past month and didn't notice any glitches in your call, that is just the way that Metro Communications in Sioux Falls wanted it. The people in charge of the new high-tech emergency dispatch center say their switchover from the old center downtown went very smoothly. The mayor says the new state-of-the-art center located at the public safety campus was a long time in coming.
Well, the new dispatch center is probably about 20 years too late, if I'm being honest. We've needed this thing for many, many years.
We'll take our first look inside the new dispatch center and eye on KELOLAND and find out how it's positioned to serve the community's public safety needs for decades to come. That's tonight at 10 o'clock. Former President Trump's bid to win the GOP presidential nomination appears to be stronger than ever. But his one remaining opponent, Nikki Haley, is not ready to quit. Nicole Skanga has the latest from Washington, D.C.
Nikki Haley campaigns in Michigan today, vowing to fight on despite another big primary loss to former President Donald Trump, this time in her home state of South Carolina. The former UN ambassador still insists she can beat Trump.
They can say Donald Trump won. I give him that. But he, as a Republican incumbent, didn't get 40% of the vote of the primary.
Haley is now on a 10-day nationwide tour with more than 20 campaign rallies and fundraisers.
An even bigger win than we anticipated. And
for his part, Trump has now swept 4 straight primaries by double digits.
I have never seen the Republican Party so unified as it is right now.
But comments the GOP frontrunner made Friday night to conservative black voters are still drawing attention on the campaign trail.
Trump claimed his dozens of criminal indictments are boosting his standing with black voters.
We've all seen the mugshot, and you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible.
The co-chair of President Biden's campaign blasted the comment as moronic and just plain racist. President Biden is also on the ballot in Michigan Tuesday, but without a major Democratic challenger, some progressives are urging voters to choose an uncommitted option, to register their complaints about the president's handling of the Israel-Hamas war. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, Washington.
Now, weekend exit polls did crack the door a little for Haley's campaign, with 1/3 of South Carolina GOP primary voters saying that Trump would not be fit to serve as president if he is convicted of a crime.